Something I love about Hunter x Hunter is that Gon's determination is not portrayed as his best feature, it's his flaw. In most shonen, the protagonist never gives up and that's how he wins. Along with the power of friendship, it's seen as admirable, something that viewers should strive for. But in Hunter x Hunter, that refusal to give up is terrifying. Gon goes past his limits and hurts himself and others in the process. It gets to a point where you don't want him to win anymore. If this is what winning means, you take one look at Gon, and you think, he needs to stop. This isn't healthy, and even when he does win, it's bittersweet. You aren't left with the high of the power fantasy, you're left with concern for this small child who is continually destroying himself, over and over.
Bitch please. I hear a lot of people talk about how during the Chimera antarch Gon became somewhat less of a human while Meruem became more of a human. While this is fundamentally true and obvious, the theme completely falls flat due to the reasons that I am about to say right now. First of all, as a viewer, I never once was concerned for Gon or felt he was going down a dark and unhealthy path. P2 killed Kite, and Gon's feelings and actions, while maybe a bit over the top, were fundamentally justified. There was nothing inhuman, so to speak, about killing P2 in this instance. A lot of people say Gon was selfish during this arc. How? Because he wanted to kill P2 without letting her heal Komugi. Well, guess what? He did. He let her heal the little girl. Also, by killing P2, he'd also be fulfilling the mission of eradicating the ants. I fail to see what was so selfish and inhuman about Gon's actions. And while it is true that you aren't left with a power fantasy after he defeats P2, you were ultimately left with the satisfaction of P2 getting what she deserved. And also, Gon is healed right up afterwards. It's like it never even happened. For someone to lose their humanity, Gon sure does seem like the happy-go-lucky kid that we're used to seeing. We see no personality shift at all from him. All that's different is that he apparently cannot use Nen. He doesn't even seem concerned with it himself. So why, as a viewer, should I compare this to Sasuke or Kurapika? Sasuke is willing to give in to the negative effects of the curse mark in order to obtain power. He is willing to seek out Orochimaru, the villain, in order to kill his brother. We clearly see how he pushes away his friends or teammates in his quest for power, and we see it happen over time. Same goes for Kurapika. While he hasn't done a whole lot in Hunter x Hunter 2011, we can clearly see how he's getting himself into something that he might not be truly ready for. In order to get to some of the Phantom members, he could, for all we know, step over people and put innocent lives at stake. This would all go against the kind-hearted Kurapika that we're used to. We clearly see how he is distant with Gon and Leorio. That dude never picks up his phone. And again, we see this happen over time. So when I look at Gon, I don't see him losing his humanity over a simple temporary power-up that was technically justified. I see no other change with Gon, in contrast with Sasuke and Kurapika. He just had a bad moment. Mentally, it seems that there are no lasting effects. Any concern that I felt for him while he was injured was completely belittled when I saw that he could in fact be healed. And then, in the end, he is healed. To me, it would have been much more selfish and inhuman for Gon to kill P2 without letting her heal the little girl. This could really work in Meruem's favor, as he could point out, angrily of course, how Gon's actions were selfish, and that he himself, the ant, actually cared for the little human girl. I'm not saying that what I suggested is the end-all be-all or the only way. Although I am satisfied with how the two died together, I still believe this scenario would work as a stronger point in saying Gon lost his humanity, while Meruem gained his.